Hello everyone, today's lesson is about the end of the world. Many people today believe that this is the last day of the world due to a prophecy that they claim was made by the Mayan civilization a long time ago. We will discuss whether the world will be ending today and various other predictions that have been made about world-ending events. We will discuss whether the world will be ending today and various other predictions that have been made about world-ending events. Yeah. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hi.
Can you all hear me okay?
Yeah, I'm here.
There is some background noise. I'm not sure where it's coming from. Maybe it's me. I don't think so. But everyone can hear me, can they?
Yes, can.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. Good. Let me just check that. Right. So today I changed the topic at the last minute because I thought this would be a timely opportunity to discuss the Mayan prophecy. So, guys, you all hear me okay? Before we begin, I need to make sure you're all wearing headphones. Hold on. Okay, that's better. We need to all be wearing headphones, and we need to all make sure that this is the only Verbline chat window that's open. The only Verbline window that's open, because it will cause interference otherwise. Right, so today I changed the topic at the last minute because I thought... Hold on a second. Zoom, I think there's a bit of a problem. Alright, sorry guys. So yes, we're going to read through one, maybe two articles together that are discussing this topic of the end of the world, and then we will talk about them, and we will talk about our impressions of the article, and also some other predictions that were made in the past about the world ending and what happened with them, and then maybe we'll talk about conspiracy theories. Does everyone know what a conspiracy theory is?
No. No.
Yeah.
No.
Guys, we've got to be really careful with the background noise because it really interrupts the lesson if the background is not quiet. So everyone's got to try and keep it as quiet as possible in the background, okay? All right, let's go through and introduce ourselves to the class first. So say your name and where you're from. And yeah, something interesting about yourself as well. This shouldn't last very long, just so we can all meet each other. So I'll start off with Adele. Hello, Adele. Is it Adele or Adele?
Adele.
Adele. Hi, Adele.
Yeah.
Welcome to the class.
Thank you so much. I'm Adele and I'm from Yemen.
Okay.
Now I live in Australia.
Okay. So tell us why are you living in Australia?
I came for study.
I came to study. You came to study.
Yeah, I came to study.
Yes.
And I'm now studying English course.
Okay.
To start master degree. When I get the high score and the test, I will start it.
Your third degree?
That's I need a high score in the
Yes.
test and
Okay.
the IELTS test to start a master degree.
Master's degree. Okay, good. Well, welcome to class. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you so much.
Then we have Alaa next to Adele. Alaa, introduce yourself. Alaa just disappeared while I was talking to him. So we'll move on to Zung. Is Zung with us? Zung, can you hear me? Zung cannot hear me apparently. Hello again, Eleni. Welcome to the class.
Hello again. Okay, I am Eleni from Greece. Happy to be with you.
Okay. And tell us something about yourself, like you're multitasking.
Again. Okay, today I have some free time and I want to take advantage of it by practicing English. Thank you.
Okay, good, no problem. I like the Christmas decorations in the background, Eleni.
Thank you.
They're very nice. Okay, hello, we have Philippe. Tell us where you're from, Philippe.
Yeah, my name is Filip, I'm from Poland. Yeah.
And anything else about yourself? Are you a student?
Yeah, I'm a student in high school. Yes.
Okay, good. Well, welcome. Thanks for joining. Huyen, are you with us?
Yes. Hello everyone, my name is Huyen. I'm from Vietnam. And I'm not working, but I'm not studying either.
So you're just learning English?
Yes.
Good. Okay, well, welcome to the class. I like your picture of the two bears fighting.
Thank you.
Okay, Momo, where are you from? Momo? No, Momo, you have to fix your microphone. We can't hear you, I'm afraid. Oh, well, now I can. Say something? No, there's a problem. Sorry. Pilar, welcome.
Hello, my name is Pilar and I'm from Spain. I am
Okay.
in Madrid right now.
In Madrid. Okay, thank you, Pilar. Vahid?
I'm from Azerbaijan. I'm studying English, going so I want to get a degree in Finland.
Vahid, I think your connection may be a bit slow. Do you want to try one more time? Vahid is frozen, unfortunately. Hope we get him back. Yulia, are you with us? The last member.
Yeah.
Hi, Yulia.
I'm from Ukraine, from Western Ukraine. I am studying English and I'm working. And now I'm at work. I'm receptionist at a hotel.
Ah, so
Yeah.
people are going to look at you now and wonder why you're talking to your computer.
Yeah, but there are no people now. So
Okay.
it's okay.
Okay. I think I saw you a minute ago, but now your picture has disappeared.
Yeah. I had bad connection.
Bad connection. Okay. Well, the one with you behind the tree is quite funny anyway, so we'll keep that. Okay. There you are. All right. So welcome to the class. As I've said, we're going to be talking today about the end of the world. If we're lucky, we'll be able to get through the lesson alive. We have 2 articles. We'll see how long it takes to read each of them. I'll ask each of you to read a section of the article, and if there are some questions, ask me the questions if you do not understand something when we have finished the section. And I may have questions for you as well, to make sure you understood everything about the article. So hopefully this will help us to improve our English, and we can learn a little bit about what people are thinking now about the end of the world at the same time. And I will definitely correct your pronunciation, Eleni. So yes, I'll give a bit of feedback after each person has read. So we'll see. I have 2 articles. Maybe we need both. Maybe we just need one. And then we will talk about these different predictions and prophecies, they're called. Does everyone know what a prophecy is? Since this is all about the prophecy.
Prediction.
Yeah.
A prophecy is like a prediction, usually a religious prediction. So in a way, this is a religious prediction because it is attributed to the Mayan civilization who lived hundreds and hundreds of years ago. And some of their descendants still exist. It's very small now, but they still exist. Okay, so the first article we're going to read is, one second. It's from a British publication called The Telegraph. So if we could all bring this up in another window. Maybe we should read together, actually do the screen share. I don't know if we'll be able to see. Let me check. But everyone look in the chat window to see the link and bring this link up in another window. And we'll see if it's worth doing this.
I can see the link, yes.
Yes, you
I
see.
can't.
It's in the Verblin chat. Can you see the Verblin chat?
Yeah, on the right side.
Yeah, I'll put it in the other chat as well.
Okay, good. It's okay now.
It's in both of them. And I'll do a screen share, and we'll see if it's a good idea to do a screen share or not. I need to make sure how it works. Hello again, Vahid. Okay, does everyone see this in the beginning of the screen now?
Yeah.
Okay, only problem is that yeah, one second. Okay, so we'll start with Eleni. Do you want to start us off and maybe read 1, 2, 3, the first 3 paragraphs?
Okay. So, the title is called Mayan Apocalypse. Panic spreads as December 21st nears. Fears that the end of the world is nigh have spread across the world, with only days until the end of the Mayan calendar, with doomsday mongers predicting a cataclysmic end to the history of Earth.
Perfect.
Should I continue?
Yes, please. The first 3 paragraphs.
Okay. Ahead of December 21st, which marks the conclusion of the 5,125-year-long count Mayan calendar, panic buying of candles and essentials has been reported in China and Russia, along with an explosion in sales of survival shelters in America. In France, believers were preparing to converge on a mountain where they believe aliens will rescue them.
Okay, that's it. That's the first 3. Thank you, Eleni. Your pronunciation was perfect. There was nothing to correct. So does everyone? Let me ask some questions. Vahid, do you understand the end of the world is nigh?
Have you told my name? Actually, I haven't heard. Sorry.
Yes. Do you understand the end of the world is nigh? Do you understand what this means?
Actually, sorry, but I have not heard everything she was reading. So, but anyway, I have an idea about it, and right now I am reading the text again. So it is not.
Just the expression. I put it in the. I will ask a question and I will put it in the Verblin chat. What I'm asking for. So you see what I wrote in the Verblin chat. Yes. Well, Hazel just answered the question for us, so thank you, Hazel. Nigh is close. It's an old-fashioned expression for close. So back before newspapers, before internet, people would go into the streets, crazy people, with big signs, and they would hold the signs up, and it would say, "The end of the world is nigh." So it's a very rare expression, but people always use this expression when they think the world is going to end. Okay. There is a good expression to learn from this paragraph that Eleni read. It says, ahead of December the 21st, panic buying of candles and essentials has been reported in China and Russia. Let me ask, one moment. Huyen, do you know what this means?
Oh, let me read it again.
I'll read it for you. Ahead of the 21st of December, which marks the conclusion of the 5,125-year-long count Mayan calendar, panic buying of candles and essentials has been reported.
Oh, I see. So I guess people in China and Russia, they are worrying about the end of the world. And,
yes, but this expression panic buying, have you heard this before?
Panic buying. I
Yes.
think panic. They are being feared, so they buy candles and essentials.
Yes. Okay. So that's right. It's an expression, panic buying. When things happen, they fear, as Huyen said, they fear the end of the world, and so then they, in a panic, they run out and they buy things because they think they will need the supplies. Another word for this I mentioned in my class yesterday is stockpiling. Stockpiling. They are not exactly the same thing, but if you panic buy, you will usually stockpile the supplies that you buy. So if I'm stockpiling, yes, storing. Thank you, Eleni. It's perfect expression is storing many supplies because you think all of these supplies may be wiped out because there will be a big explosion or something will happen, so you will need to keep them. So the bit that Eleni read, and I think actually, Eleni, I'm sorry, I do think I cut you off a bit early, but it was probably a good amount. It was saying how everywhere from China to Russia, there are people who are really beginning to panic because they think that today is going to be the last day for all of us because of this calendar from the Mayan civilization. Okay, so let's keep going now. Go ahead.
But actually, in this calendar, they are not saying that the Earth will go end. Some of the another scientists they are saying that this is like in our calendar. I mean, the year ending in the 31st December. So, and we are starting from again from the 1st January. I mean, some scientists saying that it means that the Mayan calendar will start again. So, actually, if it is if they were correct, I mean, how to say? If someone will say the world end in some date, actually, it is not possible because if something will come from the I mean, another planet or something will come from another place. So NASA or another organizations will see that. I mean, early 10 years or something.
Yeah. So you're a bit ahead of us, Bahid. But yes, there is actually the truth, which we will discover, is that there is really nothing concrete that is written about the end of the world, and the Mayan people themselves do not subscribe to this belief. They do not subscribe to this belief. I'm writing this in a thing. So it's scaremongering. Scaremongering. Okay, so I'm going to teach you 2 more words now. To be a scaremonger. If you are a monger in anything, a monger, something monger, this means you deal in it. You deal, you trade, you buy, you sell, you do business. So if I'm a fishmonger, this means I buy and I sell fish in the shop or in the market. I'm a fishmonger. If I'm a scaremonger, then I like to go around and tell people the world is going to end, you should be worried, this kind of thing. And Eleni has another fantastic example, thank you for helping the teacher. Warmonger as well. People that they're very belligerent, they want to fight, they just, fighting for the sake of fighting is what they want to do. So they deal in war, this is their life, this is what they are preoccupied with. So whenever you see the ending of a word is monger, that's the case. And then so people say that this is all to do with scaremongers and the internet and these kinds of things. And then Eleni just asked what the word converge means. Let me just see where that is. So in this case, on the first paragraph, it says doomsday monger. Doomsday monger. Doomsday is another. By the way, I hope you all have a book or some paper to write these down, because in my classes we do a lot of vocabulary. So it's good to be writing it down and then to go back and learn it. So doomsday is the end of the world. So what we are talking about now is doomsday. This is what doomsday means, because doom, the word doom, usually means a very, very, very bad event or a very bad catastrophic event. So doomsday is the worst possible event because the world will end. Okay?
Sorry, Zach.
Yes.
This all the word, one word, or there's two words? Doom is?
Doomsday is one word, and doom is one word as well.
And monger, the another word.
Warmonger is, they're generally two words, I think. So it's warmonger, scaremonger, fishmonger. Scaremonger, fishmonger.
That's clear, thanks.
There you go. Okay, so it says in the top paragraph, doomsday mongers are predicting a cataclysmic end to the earth. We are going to move on. I'm sorry we're going slowly, but there's a lot of big vocabulary here we should learn. Cataclysmic, it means enormous, unbelievable, like terrible and enormous. This is cataclysmic. So a cataclysm is sort of like doom in Greek and flood. So Eleni says in Greek, cataclysmos is a flood. So this is one example of a big, terrible event. In English, it doesn't just mean a flood. It can mean any enormous event that affects the entire world is a cataclysm. And then the word that Eleni was asking about is to converge. It says at the end of the section she read, in France, believers were preparing to converge on a mountain where they believe aliens will rescue them. Pilar, do you know what the word converge means?
I think, I don't know. Can you type the word?
Yeah, of course. The word we're discussing is converge. No one is allowed to use Google Translate.
Yeah, I can imagine, because it's very similar to Spanish. Is that all the things go together in one point?
Yes, it means to come together. It can mean to meet, Hazel, but the bigger meaning is to come together. So if two roads converge, you have one road here, and they converge, then they come together. Or two cars which are on the road can be driving, and then they converge, then they come together. In this case, it says people are converging. So people are coming together on this mountain in France because they think it is the one place. I have no idea where they had this idea, but they think it's the one place that will be spared from the end of the world. And
actually, there are two more places. There are two more places, which one of them is in the Turkey, and another one here in Azerbaijan. So the second one is called Şirince. It is in the Izmir in Turkey. It's in the mountain, and the third one is called Shmakhi. So it is in Azerbaijan. So I have no idea where the people got these informations because it's really stupid. If something will happen in the world, it will happen in all places.
Yes, but I think the idea is they don't know what is going to happen. The prophecy wasn't that specific, so they're hoping whatever it is, somehow magically these 2 or 3 places will be spared from this. How far are you, Vahid, from the place in Azerbaijan?
So actually, it is about 200 kilometers from here.
Okay.
So, but
are you going to go?
Not actually. So I am still here. It is 21st December, and actually, as they told, the doomsday will happen after 1 hour or something. I'm not sure, but it is really stupid.
Well, at least we'll be able to finish the lesson then. It's a good thing.
Yeah.
Question.
Yes, go ahead.
Is there any difference between converge and gather together?
Yes, because in this case, converge. In this case, they are interchangeable. Everyone knows interchangeable. Interchangeable. It means you can change one for the other. It's no difference. But the word converge can mean something that gather together does not mean. Because gathering in this case is people, right? So people will gather together. But converge in this case describes people, but converge can also describe other things. So converge can talk about roads, it can talk about ideas. 2 ideas can converge together. It can mean anything, but if you're saying they gather together, then you're just talking about the people. 2 forces can converge as well, exactly. Okay, so we have one more member to the class. Hello, Hugo, do you want to quickly introduce yourself and tell us where you're from before the world ends?
Okay, hello, I'm Hugo from Spain. What?
Okay. That's it. I suppose that's all I asked. Yes, we'll continue now. We've learned some really good vocabulary in the last 5 minutes, and let's learn a little bit more. And then Fahid can keep filling us in on our blanks because he seems like an expert on this, which is good because I am not. Okay, so let me ask, who should I pick on now? Pilar, can you read the next section for us? Let's say down until anybody's right. Anybody's right. So start at the precise manner and then to anybody's right.
Where is? I can see. Wait a minute.
Okay, so we're starting on the precise manner of Armageddon. So let me hold on a second. I'll bring it up in the screen share as well. Here's the link again.
Okay.
Here's the link again, and I'll do the screen share.
Okay. The precise manner of Armageddon remains vague, ranging for a catastrophic celestial collision between Earth and the mythical planet Nibiru, also known as Planet X. A disastrous crash with a comet or the annihilation of the civilization by giant solar storm. In America, Ron Cuban, a manufacturer of high-tech underground survival shelter, has been his business explode. We have gone from a 1 month to 1 day. To say, I don't have an option of the Mayan calendar, but when an astrophysics come to me, buy my shelters and tell me to prepare for solar flares, radiation, EMPs, electromagnetic pulses. I'm going underground on the 19th and coming out on the 23rd. It's just in case anybody's right.
Wow. That's amazing.
People is crazy, I think.
Yeah, I'm seeing how long this wants. Okay, I was just looking at the video to see if we should see it, but it's maybe a bit too long. But this is really it's unbelievable to me when I'm reading this stuff. But let's see what we have. So Armageddon. Let me ask someone if they know what Armageddon is. Adele, do you know what Armageddon is?
Yes.
No, sorry.
It's a film from 2001 with Bruce Willis.
Yeah, Ben Affleck.
And Ben Affleck, yeah. And it's also the end of the world. It's like Doomsday. Armageddon is Doomsday, so it's another word for the same thing. And it's a religious thing. I think it's somewhere in the Christian Bible or something like this. They talk about Armageddon. So it says.
Oh yeah. I know. And then in Arab, like similar.
Yes, exactly.
It's about this fight. I think to group.
It's about what? What did you?
About war.
It's about the world is going to end. There is an asteroid. An asteroid. This word is coming up in a second. Asteroid or a comet, this is a huge rock that's flying through space, and it will come. Here's the Earth, and here's the rock, and it will come and hit the Earth, and the Earth will explode, or everyone will die. The end of civilization. So at Armageddon, there is an asteroid that is heading towards Earth, and they send Bruce Willis and Ben Affleck and Steve Buscemi on a rocket to land on the asteroid and blow the asteroid up.
Oh yeah, I see. Yeah. Thank you so much.
And Elodie wants to know where Bruce Willis is now. I think he's just finished the new Die Hard movie. There is another Die Hard movie in Russia, set in Russia, that is coming out next year, I think. So you can look forward to that.
Yeah, I'll try.
Well, that was more for Elodie. Maybe you look forward to seeing Bruce Willis as well, Adele. I don't know.
Dying at the asteroid.
Yeah. Okay. So we this paragraph. What is the summary of this first paragraph? Momo, can you summarize the first paragraph that Pilar just read?
Yes. The first one from scratch, or
just no. I want you to summarize summarize the paragraph. It's very short. But Pilar read a paragraph that began the precise manner of Armageddon. So what is this paragraph saying?
Yes, it's just the fact that a big effect, we don't really know in this paragraph, but a big effect can destroy the Earth, just the Earth.
Okay, but we don't really know what it will be. Well, okay, this is what you were more or less right. It says something will happen to the end of the earth, but it remains vague. It says at the beginning it's vague, and then it gives a range of possibilities. So it says maybe we will collide.
Yeah.
Collide means to crash in with. When two things collide, it's like this. We will collide with an asteroid or a comet, yeah, or a planet. Sorry, yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. A planet, not an asteroid. Or it will be an asteroid or a comet. Or there will be a solar storm, which I don't really understand. It means solar means to do with the sun. So there will be sometimes I think the sun is the sun, and it has like things that come off the side, and maybe it thinks a really big storm will happen that will reach Earth from the sun, and this will kill us.
Yeah.
And so there is a man in America who has been, his career has been to build these underground shelters that Eleni was just talking about, and he said normally no one cares, no one buys anything. He said once a month someone would buy, I think, one of these shelters. Do we all know what a shelter is?
Yeah.
A shelter? It's somewhere where people go to take shelter. So the verb shelter is a verb and a noun. It means if something bad is happening, you want a roof over your head to shelter. So people would buy these from him once a month, and now they're buying once a day. So business is very good for him. I've never tried doing a video before. Has anyone else? Have other teachers done the video in class? A short video. Let's see if it works. Let's see what this guy says and see if he has anything interesting to say. I'll do a screen share and hopefully it will work. If it doesn't, then sorry, we'll keep moving on. But I think this could be quite a funny video to watch. So let me do this. Okay, everyone can see the screen?
Yes.
Okay, so we'll do this.
We can't hear anything.
We can hear.
Yes. No sound.
You cannot. Oh, of course, because right. Yeah, that may not work in that case. I'm not sure how to do this because it's my headphones. You see, so 1 second. Let's try it. Let's see if it works this way. 1 second. Okay.
So water purification devices. So you've got safe and clean drinking water to have. We also sell things like 72-hour kits that you can just grab and go if you're evacuated from your home for any reason. So we got a whole range of people buying products. People that buy because of the...
Okay, there's not working at all. Forget it. I'm sorry. I tried. We're not that high tech yet. 1 second. Okay, don't worry about it. I think I saw another teacher do this, so I thought we could try, but it's not a big deal. Okay, so let's move on in the article. Who should I ask to read? Huyen, can you help us with the next section?
Yes.
Okay, so read from In the French Pyrenees to End of the World.
Okay. In the French Pyrenees, the mayor of Bugarach, population 179, has attempted to prevent pandemonium by banning UFO watchers and light aircraft from the flat-topped Mount Pic de Bugarach. According to New Age lore, it has an alien garage where extraterrestrials are waiting to abandon Earth, taking a lucky few humans with them. Russia saw people in Amoknisk in Kirov region rushing to buy kerosene and supplies after a newspaper article, supposedly written by a Tibetan monk, confirmed the end of the world.
Okay, read one more. The next 3 lines as well.
Okay.
But just carry on, Yuan. Carry on with the 3 lines.
Okay.
Oops. Okay.
The city of Noble Kuznets faced a run assault. In Borno, close to the Altai Mountains, panic buyers snapped up all the torches and thermos flasks.
Okay. So, good. What was the first half of this paragraph about, Pilar?
Me?
Yes.
Talking about people in the Pyrenees waiting for the UFO or extraterrestrials, something like that.
Yes. Okay, that's right.
I'm sorry. I'm French, and I can confirm this fact. Is it true that lots of people buy tickets for airplane or train to go there, and lots of policemen are there sitting for people with their, it's not like a helmet. It's made with aluminium.
Oh my gosh!
With aluminium, and they're waiting for this beautiful maybe aircraft, or which will be from Mars, or I don't know, but there are a lot of crazy people there.
Wow. Okay. So do you know anyone who went? No.
No.
Okay.
Yes. I know only one person that I really know. It's me.
Okay. This is where you are right now. You are there now.
Yes, true. There are things we are flying just behind me. I don't know. It's really special here, and so that's why I'm here.
Okay. Good. Well, yes. So the mayor has tried to stop pandemonium. This is a good word.
Yeah.
I will ask if someone knows. Hugo, do you know what pandemonium means?
But no, not really.
Okay.
Pandemonium is
It's like invasion.
Like Armageddon? Or?
Like what?
Armageddon. The same as Armageddon?
Yeah, it's similar, not exactly. Armageddon is more like the end of the world. Pandemonium is disorder, noisy, crazy disorder, chaos. Chaos. Yeah, pandemonium is chaos, but usually chaos amongst people. So when people are going crazy, everything has got crazy. It's pandemonium.
Riot.
Sorry.
Riot.
Wild. When people...
Riot.
A riot, yes, like a riot, yes, but pandemonium is a huge riot, a huge riot. Right. Everything is crazy. So the mayor of this poor town in France is he's going to be very busy today. He will not get much sleep because he does not want everyone to descend on the town and cause chaos, and he obviously does not think that extraterrestrials are coming to rescue people. Extraterrestrials are aliens. Extraterrestrials. This is a good word to know. And UFO. Does anyone know? Does anyone know what the acronym? UFO is an acronym. Do you know, Fahid, what UFO stands for?
What?
Do you know what UFO stands for?
Stands for?
Okay, so if I say...
So I actually haven't heard, sorry.
No problem, I'll explain. So ET, which Eleni just said, and UFO are both acronyms, an acronym. Can someone explain an acronym to me?
Yep.
You can? Go ahead.
Yes, I can. As Barack Obama. Yes. This is the first letter of each word, of a group of words, like UFO.
Exactly. Okay. So thank you very much for that, Momo. An acronym is a shortened form of many words. So when you have 3, letters or 2 letters like the UN is the United Nations. Or obviously, there's HIV and things like this, and or DNA, for example. DNA is an acronym. So UFO is an acronym. Does anyone know what it is an acronym for?
I think it's unidentified flying object.
Exactly. Yeah. It's unidentified flying object. And many people think that this is aliens and things like this. So an alien is an extraterrestrial. If you look up, there's extraterrestrial. And this means extra. Anything with extra can mean out of, okay? So extra, think of extraordinary, extraordinary, extracurricular, okay? So extraordinary means something that is out of the ordinary. So ordinary is normal, extraordinary is not normal, abnormal. Extracurricular means something that is outside of normal habits. So the curriculum is a school curriculum. This is the structure of our study. This is the organization of study. And something extracurricular is something you do away from school or away from your studies. So extraterrestrial. Terrestrial means of the earth, right? So terra is from Latin. Terra means earth. So terrestrial means from the earth. And then extraterrestrial means outside of the earth, which is an alien. Does everyone understand?
Yes.
Yeah, it makes sense? Okay. So extraterrestrial, extraordinary, extracurricular. In TerraPoint. Thank you, Eleni, the translator. Okay, so I'm not sure where we are. 1 second. And then the second part of this paragraph, hold on a second. There is a word called law that Eleni looked up. I'm not going to ask Eleni because I know she knows what it is. Does anyone, Hugo, do you know what the word law means? Law.
No?
Where is it?
Law.
I can see what it is. What is it?
It's in the beginning of the second paragraph of this section. According to New Age law.
Law.
Yes.
New Age law. I don't know.
Okay. Law, Eleni, can you explain to us now that you've looked it up?
Science?
Okay.
No? Oh, go ahead. No, it's not science. No, I thought that was Eleni. Sorry. It's the opposite. It's the opposite of science, actually. But go ahead, Eleni.
Okay, my dictionary says that it is deep accumulated knowledge. I translate from Greek now. And or an old tradition like a Celtic lore. Celtic tradition, is it correct?
Can you type that in? I'm not sure what you mean by Celtic.
Celtic.
Oh, Celtic. Well, this is Celtic law. Yes, this is Celtic law. Okay, so it's amongst. So everyone has heard of folklore. Has anyone heard of folklore?
Yes, it's from there. This is a revelation.
Yes, exactly. So folklore is the collection of stories that come from a particular culture. And you can go back and you listen to the folklore because folk talks about people. Folk means people. So really law is sort of, I think maybe short for folklore, I'm not sure, but law means, as Eleni said, the accumulated knowledge. It can be stories or knowledge of a particular group of people. It can be a group of people. So Celtic law, folklore, Japanese law, we'll talk about mythical, sometimes mythical, but not always, ideas and stories. So in this case, she's talking about New Age law. So New Age means not crazy, but like, you know, recent law from people who are thinking about, you know, the future and things like this. New Age just means a little bit crazy. It's quite hard to sum up what New Age means, but. Okay, so then the next part of this paragraph talks about people who are panic buying in Russia because they read a newspaper article. So everyone is buying kerosene and supplies. And then there was a run on salt in the city of Novokuznetsk. Can anyone guess what that means? It says there was a run in the city of Novokuznetsk, faced a run on salt. Hold on a second. Abian, you need to keep the noise down in the background. Sorry. Well, let me just Sometimes the mute's not working properly. Hold on. Okay, good. So can anyone, salt's finished. Okay, yep, Eleanor's right. A run on something, a run on salt means that they've run out of salt. To run out of something, everyone knows what this means, right? A shortage. So they've run out of salt because everyone is buying salt because they think they will need salt because the world is going to end. So a run on the bank, a run on a bank means the bank has run out of money. Okay? Okay, so let's keep going. Dmitry Medvedev is where we are now. Let me ask, who has not read? Adele, you have not read yet, have you? Adele?
Yes.
You have not read yet?
No, not yet.
Okay, so take us from Dmitry Medvedev to save humanity.
Sure. Dmitry Medvedev, the Russian Prime Minister, even addressed the situation. I don't believe in the end of the world, before adding somewhat disconnect.
It's a very, very hard word. Do you want to try?
Yeah, disconnecting.
Look at the word. Look at the word in the middle. Look in the verbally chat. Look in the verbally chat. What is this? What is this word? What is this word that I just typed in?
Concert.
Okay, so this is in the middle of this word that you're trying to read. So.
Disconcertingly.
Exactly. Perfect. Yeah, perfect.
At least not this year. In China, which has no history of preoccupation.
Yes.
Preoccupation with the end of the world. A wave of paranoia about the apostology. No.
So about the. Do you know this word?
No.
Apocalypse.
Apocalypse. Yes. Apocalypse.
Yes.
Can be traced to the 2009 Hollywood blockbuster 2012.
Okay.
The film, starring John Cusack, was a smash hit in China, as few were seduced by a plot that saw the Chinese military building ark to save humanity.
Yes.
Sorry for any mistakes.
No, you had many very hard words in this section. So, hello, Mariano. Nice to meet you too. Welcome to the class. I'm not sure where you are. I think and Abian as well. Welcome both of you. So thank you very much for reading this section, Adele. There were some really good vocabulary here. So we have at the beginning Dmitry Medvedev saying that he does not believe in the end of the world, at least not this year. Ha 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 ha. Maybe next year. And then China has no history of preoccupation with the end of the world. Let me ask someone if they can translate this. Allah, can you tell us what that means? Allah?
Yes.
Can you tell us what this phrase means?
Phrase?
Yes, this phrase in China, which has no history of preoccupation with the end of the world.
I don't with you.
Because he doesn't have.
You came late to the call. Okay, so here is the link. So click on this link and then try to come down to where we are. Eleni's right, but I'm going to ask someone else first. Pilar, can you explain that? In China, which has no history of preoccupation with the end of the world. Pilar, can you hear me? I think maybe Pilar cannot hear me. Let's move on to Hugo. Can you explain this?
Yes, well, I think it means that Chinese people don't believe in that theory, and They are not preoccupied.
Okay, so this word preoccupation is what I wanted to test.
They are not worried.
Yes, preoccupied means to have in your mind. It doesn't mean worried, it just means to have in your mind. So if China has no history of preoccupation, it means no one in China has ever cared. No one in China has cared because they have no preoccupation.
They don't care about it.
And yes, until a wave of paranoia. Let me ask someone to explain what this is. That's okay, Pilar. Momo, disco Momo, because you looks like you have a disco.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Is this the aliens? Is this the aliens in the background that was?
Momo is green.
They were already contacting you.
Yes, I'm sorry. I will try to reset my webcam next time.
That's okay. So tell us what a wave of paranoia is.
A wave of paranoia is when everybody it's like a big disease where everybody are carried by the same idea, and everybody are crazy, and
yes,
it's that this is the end, and
well, not necessarily. Paranoia can mean, it doesn't just have to mean the end of the world, but it's the same word almost in French, right? Paranoia.
Yes, that's true. That everyone think that, for example, my neighbor is looking at me every day, but it's not true, because we could think that it's the case, but it's not the case. So
yes.
we will think that so you are paranoid.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So paranoia means people worrying. Very extreme worry is paranoia. Okay. So this paragraph says China did not care before, and now all of a sudden there is a big wave. So a wave, everyone knows, a wave from the sea, but it can also be a figurative wave. A figurative wave, which means not literal. It's figurative versus literal. Okay. A literal wave is the concrete meaning in the physical world, which is a wave in the sea, but a figurative wave just means like a metaphor, like it's imagine, it's an idea. So there's a wave of worry, big worry and panic now in China because of this film called 2012, which came out 3 years ago. I was very lucky. I went to the premiere of this movie in LA. It was fun. It's a terrible movie, but it was fun to go. And now, because of one Hollywood movie, many people now in China are beginning to panic because the plot well, I'll explain it, but it says it in the article, because in the film there was a plot thread, okay, a plot thread. Or a story thread, which means a part of the story. The film is called 2012, in which the Chinese military build these really big boats, big arcs. We all know what an ark is, like Noah's Ark. Yes, it's a very crappy film. But because of this, everyone in China now thinks that the world is going to end, apparently. So who knows? Yeah. Let's read on a bit more to find out. Who have we not had read so far? Who Ian has read? Hugo, it's your turn. You've been around for long enough.
Yeah.
So let's start off with some in China and finish with act of charity.
Okay. Some in China are taking the prospect of Armageddon seriously, with panic, buying off candles reported in Xinjiang province. The source of the panic was traced to a post on Sina Weibo, China's version of Twitter, predicting that there will be 3 days of darkness when the apocalypse arrives. Yeah.
Okay, yes, very good. Keep going.
One grocery store owner said, "At first we had no idea why, but then we heard someone muttering about the continuous darkness." Shanghai police said the scam artists had been convincing pensioners to hand over savings in a last act of charity.
Yes, exactly. Okay. There's not much to say about that paragraph. It's there. Does anyone know what a scam artist is? A scam artist? Can anyone explain?
An unfaithful artist.
A what? Sorry.
An unfaithful.
Can you type it in the verbally in the chat because I can't hear you. No, it's not unfaithful. A con artist or a scam artist. It's the same as a con artist. Does anyone know what a con artist is?
No.
A con artist, a very, very good word, is someone who will trick someone else to get their money from them. Okay? So a con is an elaborate trick, a clever trick to give someone to make someone give you their money. Okay, so back in the early days of Christianity, not the early days, sorry, but like, I don't know, like 400 or 500 years ago, there was someone, I forget his name now, but he went around and he sold these things to people called indulgences. And he says, I'm Christian. I think it was Wittenberg. No, not Wittenberg. Anyway, he sold these things and he said, if you give me 100 pounds or 100 pennies or whatever, you will go to heaven. So you will go to heaven if you give me your money. And he knew in his head they won't go to heaven. It was a bigger trick. But people were very scared that if they did not pay, they would not go to heaven. So here it says that scam artists had been convincing pensioners. Pensioners are old people who live on a pension, which is the money that the government gives to you when you are old. So we call them pensioners. So scam artists were tricking pensioners into giving them their money in a last act of charity. Okay, so it's similar to what I said. The person says, "Oh, please, the world is going to end. If you want to go to heaven, you should give me your money because you have to do something good before you will die." And the poor pensioners in China. Sometimes quite gullible. Gullible means you are very easily deceived, or you are willing to believe things very easily if you're gullible. So a trick you say to someone is, I say to Eleni, did you know that the word gullible has been taken out of the dictionary?
No, I didn't.
You're very gullible. This didn't happen.
Come on, you caught me.
Yeah. So now we understand the meaning of gullible. So this is very sad what's happening in China. Let's keep going now. We're almost at the end of the lesson and the article. Vahid seems to have disappeared. If you can still hear me, do you want to come and do some reading? Vahid? Oh, he's just putting his headphones in now. He'll be in for a surprise. Vahid, do you want to read the next section for us?
So could you please say that where have you stayed last?
Yes. Yeah, of course, no problem. We are at the section that begins, meanwhile in Mexico. Meanwhile in Mexico.
Meanwhile in Mexico, where the ancient Mayan civilization flourished, the end of the... I'm hearing my own voice.
That's okay, the end time.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, in Mexico, where the ancient Mayan civilization flourished, the end time has been seen as an opportunity. The country has organized hundreds of Maya-themed events, and tourism is expected to have doubled this year. NASA has been aggressively seeking to dispel doomsday fears. It says there is no evidence Niburi exists, and the rumors it could be hiding behind the sun are unfounded. It cannot hide behind the sun forever, and we would have seen it years ago, a NASA scientist said. Do you want me to continue? Or?
Yeah, one more paragraph.
The space agency also rejected apocalyptic theories about the unusual alignments of the planets, or that the Earth's magnetic poles could suddenly flip.
Okay, nice little tuning to end us there. Okay, so yes, so the two things to this paragraph are that the Mayan civilization is very happy because they have many tourists now and they're in the news all the time and it's good for tourism. And the other thing is that NASA, which is the American Space Agency, is vigorously denying that all this is happening. So it says nothing is happening about the alignment of the planets. Alignment is this word here. This means when everything comes into line. So if the planets are spinning, so you do this, Earth, the Sun, hold on. So this is the solar system, this is the Sun, this is the Sun, this is maybe Venus, this is Earth, this is Mars, and they're all in one line, right? So the alignment of the planets. So many people think that this is what will happen and crazy stuff, and also that the poles of the Earth will flip as well. Does everyone know what the pole is? The North Pole? You know the North Pole because it's Santa Claus. And the South Pole.
Poles, North and South.
Yeah, so the Earth is magnetically charged, I suppose. And some people think the North Pole will become the South Pole, and the South Pole will become the North Pole, and everything will be destroyed as a result. So these are very scientific assertions, very scientific assertions. And yes, thank you, Eleni. When we have an eclipse, the moon and the sun align. That's absolutely right. So these are scientific assertions. So NASA, which is a very science-based or science-oriented organization, is saying, no, this is complete crap. Stop talking crap and you're scaring people. So that's it. So who hasn't read yet? We have one more section to go and then we'll be finished. Momo, have you read?
Not yet.
Okay. So why don't you take us to the end from...
so, conspiracy...
Yes, conspiracy theorists.
Okay, so conspiracy theorists contend that the space agency is involved in an elaborate cover-up to prevent panic. But David Morrison, an astronomer at NASA, said, "At least once a week, I get a message from a young person, as young as 11. Yes, they speak like this. Who says, who says they're hell and are contemplating suicide because of the coming doomsday. I think it's evil for people to propagate rumors on the internet to frighten children. Mayans themselves reject any notion that the world will end. Pedro Celestino Yak Noj, a Mayan sage, burnt seeds and fruits to mark the end of the old calendar at a ceremony in Cuba. He said, "The 21st is for giving thanks and gratitude, and the 22nd welcomes a new cycle, a new dawn."
Okay, great. Good. So that's the end of the article. The end is that, you know, some people say yes, NASA is rejecting these theories, but of course that is because NASA is part of the conspiracy. Do we all know? I think I asked at the beginning. We all know what conspiracy means.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they think that NASA is lying to the people because they're part of this. So people who want to believe this, they are not rational usually, and it's very hard to argue with them or debate with them because anything you say, they will say, "Oh, well, that's part of the conspiracy," or, you know, it's very hard to win an argument with them. So, you know, so that's what they're saying, and it's very sad because this guy from NASA says, you know, once a week there are many young people who send him letters saying that they're really concerned about this. So it's bad if their parents, you know, are thinking this and then they tell their children this, and it's just not a healthy outlook, I don't think. And you know, and the Mayans themselves say, no, this is not going to happen, but this is the end of a cycle, and we will begin a new cycle now, but the world will not end. So I think generally we're all in agreement that this was just a sort of big conspiracy theory. We didn't have time to talk about other conspiracy theories. I'm actually really like this idea though, so I think I will do another lesson on conspiracy theories. JFK is a conspiracy theory. People thought that he was there was some sort of cover-up behind his murder. And Roswell is an alien conspiracy theory. The Illuminati from what am I thinking of? The Da Vinci Code is a conspiracy as well, about people who control the world, infrastructure. Eleni, to answer your question, you can dispel a myth. So a myth could be a conspiracy, maybe is similar. Not exactly. A myth is bigger than conspiracy, but a conspiracy could be a myth, and you can dispel a conspiracy. It means to prove it wrong. So if I have doubts about something, you can dispel doubts. You can prove them wrong. So dispel means to get rid of. To get rid of. Okay. Good. All right, guys. Well, I hope we all learned a few new words today and got some good practice speaking and listening to me speak. I think maybe I spoke a bit too much, but I'll try not to next time.
Thank you so much, Zach.
Thank you so much.
But yeah, I will set a new lesson. I think for maybe this weekend I'll do a bit, because I'm a bit behind this week. I didn't do anything on Monday or Tuesday. So if any of you are around, then feel free to join my lesson on Saturday or Sunday. If not, I hope to see you all next week.
Okay.
At some point.
It was nice.
It's not possible. It's not possible. This is the end of the life on Earth.
Yes. Either I will see you next week, or I will see you in the afterlife.
Okay.
Okay. Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Okay, Eleni, I will do more advanced lessons next week for sure.
Okay, bye.
Okay,
Promise. Bye-bye. Bye, guys. Take care.
Bye.